So my favorite local antique store had a 25th anniversary sale yesterday. And of course, I had to go and check it out and just see if there was anything there that I was interested in. And of course, there was. And it is this dictaphone machine that you see here on the right. I don't think this thing was originally red. It looks to me like somebody may have painted it red at some point. But so this is the Dictabelt by Dictaphone. You've already seen this one on my channel. I featured it on there and got it working. It's a 800 visible. I'm not sure which model this one is, although it's old and probably from the 1950s. Definitely has that look, but really different kind of loading style on this machine. As far as the way the Dictabelts go in, you put them in here on this side. And what they are plastic, literally plastic belts, wide plastic belts. And this uses an embosser or an etcher that etches sound. I believe it's vertically onto the plastic, and then you can play it back. And it was originally used for dictation. Now, the reason I went ahead and bought this one, I don't have any accessories with it. I don't even have a power cord for it. But there was something amazing sitting right here, and it was this Dictabelt right here, which is now loaded on the modern system. And by looking at it, I could tell that there was a recording on it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to pay the $5 just to buy this machine so that I can play what is on that recording, knowing that I have a machine that could play it. So with my 25% off discount, I believe it was, I got it for a little bit less than $5, but it proved to be true. Of course, I am in St. Louis, and apparently this machine was also used in St. Louis, not surprisingly. And we're going to hear what this gentleman recorded on here. And actually, he's got a really good speaking voice. He should have been in radio. But apparently he worked for an insurance agency. But before we play that recording, I thought it'd be fun to just pop the hood on this thing so you could see what's on the inside. So here we are with the lid removed, and I'll do a little pullback here so you can see the plethora of engineering that's going on in here. So again, this is a recording and playback device, basically making records on belts. And you can see the two big silver rollers there where the belt actually sits. And on top of here, I believe this is just the pickup. So this is just the tone arm, if you will, to play back the media. The cutter is probably on the underside. If not, this one probably or may do both. It may record and play back. But in any case, there's that section of it. And then your big old motor there and the big old flywheel that pulls it along there. And I thought this was interesting. This is, I guess, a variable capacitor, or maybe even a variable resistor. See how that's rubbing up against that right there? And as I turn this knob here in the front, it moves along the side of that. Haven't seen anything like that before. It's got an RCA connector that connects to this box, so apparently there's some kind of, maybe that's where the amplifier resides, possibly. I was looking for tubes in here. I don't see any. The Edison voice writer that I had tubes in it, and that may be a tube right there, possibly. What you're looking at. Look at those gigantic capacitors in there, though. If I was attempting to restore this thing and make it work, I would surely have to replace those capacitors. Looks like there's a transformer up inside of there, and there's our connectors on the back view there, some numbers on the side. But as far as the bottom goes, I think the plate that had the model number on it has been wiped clean. No longer shown on there. Rated 110 volts, 60 cycles, 45 watts. And then you've got this patent list here. But you would have had a connector for a pedal and a microphone, and that probably is both right there on that one interface. So Very interesting unit here, as you can see. It's got a lot of cool mechanical stuff in it, a lot of metal, which of course makes it very heavy. Something that this one here does not have is a lot of metal in it, and certainly not as big of a motor either. So there's a little tour of the inside of the old unit. Now let's pull over to this guy, fire up this record, and see what's on it. I would like to note that this recording, this record, this blue record that you see here, was very difficult to get out of this machine. So I would guess this was probably the last recording that the owner of this machine made, and then whatever its fate was, it was probably stored in a basement or something for a long time based on the amount of dirt that was on the record. But I just used not laundry detergent, but dishwashing detergent and water, warm water, and cleaned off all the dirt. And it paid off. So the record sounds very clear, although there are times when the tracking gets off a little bit, and I'll have to adjust that. So to operate it, we're going to remove this one's handle or microphone, handheld mic, from there, and it powers it up. And then to listen, we are just going to click this down here to listen. And off we go.
Put this on Security Planning Company stationery, and you should have Security Planning Company envelopes around somewhere. If not, we'll use a plain white envelope and put Security Planning Company address on it. Now, on the Security Planning letterhead, X out the old address and put our present address on there. Address will be to Division of Insurance, State of Missouri, Jefferson City, Missouri, 65101. Attention, Roy R. Harer, Haerer. Dear sir, please send
Here it goes, getting off track there.
Thanks for your cooperation. Yours truly, R.C. Whitehead. Interoffice memo to the Group Department, subject St. Louis Paper Handlers, dash, claims pending. Subject policy holder has requested that we expedite the payment of the following claims, colon, then list these down. Taylor, Pacelli, that's P-A-C-E-L-L-I, comma, Stovall, S-T-O-V-A-L-L, comma, Bauer, comma, Brazier, B-R-A-Z-I-E-R, paragraph. Please make every effort to handle these claims without further delay, as the insureds are becoming impatient. Paragraph. Care of Bannister Bank, that's B-A-N-N-I-S-T-E-R, 9300 Blue Ridge Boulevard, Kansas City, Missouri, 64138. We will drop down and indent with the capital letters R-E, colon, George W. Michelle, Loyal Protective Life, policy number. Dear Mr. Hewitt, our home office has advised me that they still have not received the release of collateral assignment in connection with subject the above policy. Paragraph. We would appreciate your sending the necessary forms directly to us in the enclosed self-addressed envelope. We will then forward them to the proper department to make sure this transaction is completed. Paragraph. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Yours truly, R.C. Whitehead, C.L.U. We'll send a copy of that to George Michelle, and incidentally, you have a letter out there addressed to him, and you can just open that envelope and prepare a new one and stick this letter in there. Send to the bank with this letter a Whitehead Agency envelope and mark it attention of me when it comes back here. Donna, this will be on the United Life and Accident Insurance Company's carbon stuff, you know, the three-sheeted thing. And what I want you to do is to write a letter exactly like the one that I have here to John J. Kearney, Director of Special Market Sales, just sending exactly the same memo. Donna, we have it planned. And return to us in the enclosed, self-addressed, stamped envelope. Paragraph. Thanks very much for your cooperation. Yours truly, and then type Alex Horvath's name at the bottom and we'll have him sign it. And prepare one of our capital envelopes addressed back here to Alex's attention to enclose with this. In connection with Gus Conrad, send a memo to Home Office, Law Protective Office. Subject Gus G. Conrad dash 637772 dash 665410 dash 695,798. Attached here to hospital bill in connection with hospital admission of August 18, 1975, paragraph. Since this is a continuing claim, we assume you can consider payment of hospital benefits on the basis of the diagnosis indicated on the hospital form, paragraph. Thanks for your attention. Then, Donna, what I want you to make here would be a copy of this hospital insurance form. We do not need a copy of the hospital bill.
And for the carbon, you can take some of those yellow sheets that we have over in that cabinet and use those for carbon papers instead of using another letterhead. This will be to Advanced Sales Reference Service, the National Underwriter Company, 420 East 4th Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45202. That's all written on this sheet here. Gentlemen, attached here to checklist enumerating missing sheets from our reference service. You're supplying these for us at your earliest convenience. Paragraph. Yours truly, R.C. Whitehead. And then what you will send them will be this picture of the list that we've made out. Don't send them the original. Lord Loyal Stationery to Joe Lucas, Policy Owner Service Department. Subject Paul S. Sherbinsky. You can take that name off this premium notice here, picture for premium notice. L45485. Subject Policy Owner called us recently and asked for information concerning subject policy. Sent. We do not have these records here sent. Please advise the face amount of policy, comma, paid up values, comma, and the amount of outstanding loan. And also advise whether or not the last interest payment was made. Paragraph. Thanks for your attention. This goes to United on some of their inter-office forms, which are those issued forms that we have there. I think there's a white, yellow, and pink all in one set. Ray Oscar F. Heitmeyer, Jr., 4111 Louisiana Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63118. Policy numbers 009691 and 033513. This will go to Manager, Policy Service Department from Capital Insurance Agency. You'll put that up in the upper left-hand corner. Mr. Heitmeyer has requested that beneficiary designation on subject policies be changed to the following. Owen F. Heitmeyer and John C. Heitmeyer, comma, sons, comma, in equal shares or all to the survivor. He also wishes to know the paid-up value and the cash value of the policies. Paragraph. Please send this information at your earliest convenience. Original of this change of benefits.
Donna, getting back to Catherine Erfschlow, which is a memo you had there just a second ago, she wants us to send her 3 of the orange claim forms for Loyal Protective. Her address is Catherine, that's Katherinef, initial F, Templeton, Templeton, Montgomery City, Missouri, 63361. So just to cover the orange claim, 4 of them are.
We are recording here on the Databits channel. We thank you for watching this video today and would ask that you subscribe to this channel, share this video with a friend, and leave a very inspiring comment below. We appreciate you watching and being a friend of the Databits channel. Have a wonderful day.